fam? I'm Mark. That's Adam. And we're going to do another video where we talk about a park and what coaster could be demolished next. What's next to go?
That's right.
And Adam spelled Canadian wrong on the board.
I'm sorry. Don't hold it against me. I don't spell very well.
Figured it out.
Yep, he did.
It says Candian.
Canadian.
Anyways, Canada's Wonderland, they have a good amount of coasters, but we're going to be talking about which coaster we think is next to leave the park. And might even talk about maybe some ideas of what could eventually come to the park, new coaster-wise.
We could.
Yeah, so let's just dive right in.
Splash. I just dived in.
Yeah.
First up,
Yes.
I think most people would probably agree with this. I think Flight Deck to me seems like the most likely candidate. Sits on a very nice plot of land there.
For those of you that don't know, Flight Deck is a Vekoma SLC, which is a
sucky looping coaster, is that what you call them?
Yep, super loser coaster.
Super loser coaster.
That's right.
Here's another fun fact about it. Everyone hates it.
That's true. You can find some SLCs around the country where some people say, oh, it's not bad.
Thunderhawk at Michigan Adventure.
Yeah, Thunderhawk at Michigan's Adventure. But this one, I haven't heard anyone say anything positive about it.
It's probably my second worst coaster I've ever been on in my life. And the first worst coaster is right next to it.
They're neighbors.
They're neighbors. The neighbors to the east.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Time Warp.
Yeah.
That's another one that could possibly go.
I hate Time Warp. That's my least favorite coaster I've ever been on.
It's horrendous.
Yes.
It's a Zamperla. Is that correct? I believe it's a Zamperla flying coaster.
Mm-hmm.
So when it first opened, Paramount put it in. And of course, Paramount owned it.
Yeah.
And it was called Tomb Raider, the ride.
Yeah.
Lara Croft.
That's right. Those are fun games.
Yeah. Too bad I can't say the same with the ride.
No, the only good thing it has going for it is it's pretty unique. But like the way that you climb up into the coaster train is weird. Everything about it is kind of weird and unique. It's just not a good unique. It's just terrible.
The ride never stops. Like you have to walk on this
as it's like a conveyor belt of the train. So as it comes on, people have to like jump down, then you have to like climb up this little ladder and get in your seat, and then it goes. I mean, it's good for ride apps, but it's a weird like cage, and they close the cage behind you, and then you're off.
And it hurts. It is a very small footprint.
Yeah.
But I think this could be a twofer.
Mm-hmm.
Because you take a Flight Deck and you take out Time Warp, maybe not in the same year.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it never happened. It's just a thought. You have a lot of room there to put something real nice.
It's a big footprint there, yeah.
Like a new invert, or maybe like a wing coaster, or a dive coaster. Excuse me.
Yeah, maybe some sort of launch coaster, something similar to Copperhead Strike, like a Mack launch coaster.
Sure.
Or Mach.
It's Mach rides.
Yes.
Whatever.
So, yeah, those are the first two that come to mind, because they both suck.
Yes.
Now let's go on to the two Woodies.
Yes.
So I think Wild Beast, most people would agree, Wild Beast seems like a good logical option.
Because that one is very rough. I think I don't think it's a fan favorite by any means of like the people who go to the park.
It opened when the park opened.
Yeah, it's one of the originals.
It's a clone to the Grizzly at King's Dominion.
Yeah.
Or pretty dang near clones. Grizzly's like slightly different.
Yeah, but it's really rough, and there's been talk that one could potentially be a good candidate for an RMC conversion,
which I think would be very good. I did hear that maybe last year or a year before at an ACE event, somebody asked about RMC coming in and doing one of the two Woodies, and apparently the top brass there said that they would never convert one of their wooden coasters. If they were to get RMC, it would be a ground up one.
Yeah,
which is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
They also could be lying. I don't know.
Right? Yeah.
I guess I look at it like it's just so much cheaper just to convert an already old wooden coaster
rather than demolish and build from the ground up. Yeah.
But hey, if they want to tear it out and they want to put it, or like over by Flight Deck area, if they did that and they want to build a ground up RMC,
fine by us.
Bring it on.
Yeah. And then, Mighty Canadian Mindbuster also opened with the park.
It's Mighty Candy and Mindbuster. What you wrote?
Candian. I forgot an I or an A.
You forgot an A.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
What do you say?
I was going to say, so this one opened with the park. This one is more of a standard out and back wooden coaster. I prefer this one over Wild Beast by quite a bit. I don't think it. I mean, it could be an arm seed coaster. I don't think the layout lends itself as well as Wild Beast does.
You can do some things,
but you could still do some things. You
So-
could do some things.
I always thought this coaster was pretty beloved. Like, we're not experts on Canada's Wonderland,
Yeah.
but I was kind of doing some research about it, and actually, like, a lot of people don't like it. Like, even people like that, where that's their home park. I was kind of surprised. And a lot of people, I guess they call it the Spine Buster.
Oh,
Is the
okay.
new nickname.
Mighty Canadian Spine Buster.
Apparently.
All right.
And apparently there was some talk about them taking it out because there was some talk that Canada's Wonderland wanted to expand Splashworks, their water park.
Yeah.
And of course that coaster is just kind of like,
It goes right through the water park.
yeah, it's kind of like like in line where the line is of what Splashworks is in the dry park. It just kind of goes right across.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if they were going to expand the park, obviously they would take that out.
Yes, and then so a couple other coasters that could potentially be removed would be Dragonfire,
Yes.
which
Original park.
another coaster original to the park.
It's FYRE.
That's right,
It was FIRE for a few seasons though.
and then they switched it back. I think it was started as FYRE, then FIRE, and then they switched it back.
Yeah, it's a fun fact for it.
Yeah.
It has a great statue.
Yeah, it does.
So does Wild Beast, I will say.
Yeah, both of them are
Yeah.
cool. So that one, it stands directly under Leviathan. Leviathan like completely overshadows this
Oh, yeah.
coaster now, and this one is just an arrow looping coaster,
Yes.
and it has I think 3 inversions, something like that.
It's, I don't think it gets very much ridership anymore. The thing it does have going for it that saves it is it was original to the park, and even if you took it out though, there's not a ton you could do there. I don't know if you could add like anything crazy. I don't think you could add some crazy coaster in that spot necessarily.
Yeah,
It's just kind of like underneath Leviathan. There's like some buildings right there. It's just
maintenance areas around there. Yeah, I don't know, and I'm not sure if this is one that people would be upset about if it was removed. Because rides similar to this, like Demon at Six Flags Great America or California's Great America, I think people have a lot of nostalgic feelings for those coasters.
Sure.
I'm not sure if it's the same for Dragonfire or not. Let us know.
we rode it. It's fine. It's a pretty decent arrow looping coaster. We've been on a
Yeah.
lot of them, but it's nothing special.
Yes.
It's just sort of the same. And then I guess we can go over by Wild Beast, and there's that. I don't think it's gonna go, but it's really not next. But they have the Vekoma Boomerang, the Pooperang, the bat.
The bat, yeah.
It's a sit-down version of the Boomerang.
Yeah.
It's trash.
Yeah.
I
I haven't been on any Boomerang that I liked.
Not at all terrible. I do think the general public seems to like it because every time we go to that park, that line is always long.
It is.
Always.
Yeah. So, but I think, I mean, it's a matter of time before most boomerangs get removed, I guess.
Cedar Fair hasn't been shy about taking the boomerangs out lately.
Right.
They took the one out of Dorney, and it was only in Dorney for what, like 4 years or something like that?
Yep.
They just took,
Stinger, right?
yeah, I think it was like 4 years. They took it right out.
And then Knott's Berry Farm removed theirs.
Boomerang coast to coaster.
Yeah, so it seems like potentially that could be removed. If that gets removed, it seems like a better spot for a new flat ride, maybe.
Yeah. Or also with Wild Beast, too, I forgot. There's that bad go-kart. Go-karts right next to it where they could take that out and you really got a lot of room there, too.
Yeah.
I know some parks are taking the go-karts out.
Yeah, I think that's kind
regularly.
of another thing that's kind of you don't see anyone putting a brand new go-kart track in their amusement park anymore.
No.
So I think those will eventually be phased out as well.
Oh, yeah.
because I don't know. I mean, I think, obviously people pay to ride those sometimes, but I don't think that's why people go to amusement parks.
They take up valuable land.
Yeah, yep. So that is valuable land.
Like Great America, Six Flags Great America has one just kind of like smack
right in the middle of the park, yeah.
But it takes up so much room and like barely anybody is ever on it.
Yeah.
And that's going to go eventually too.
Yes,
But,
yep.
Yeah. So those are the 6. I still think, I still believe, I think the top 2 most likely is Flight Deck and Wild Beast. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, Flight Deck, Wild Beast, and Time Warp. I'd put up there too.
It's just such a small footprint. You
Yeah.
know, and they could sell these too. Time Warp they could particularly sell probably pretty easily. I'm sure some park would buy it.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, let us know what you think is next to go, and let us know what you would like to see the park add. They have a good coaster lineup, but they are missing a few things, like a good invert and a good launch coaster. They have a backlot stunt coaster, but
we said a good launch coaster.
Yeah, a more modern launch coaster.
Yeah.
So there's definitely and the park is growing a lot, so there's definitely room to add some new updated coaster models.
We're huge fans of that park. It's a great park.
It is, yeah.
Flat ride capital of the world.
Yeah, big fans of it. So you can find us on Twitter and Instagram. We got shirts for sale. Check all that out. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
Smash that like button. Smash that like button.
Smash it. See ya.
Well, you know what? You got a problem with Canada Goose. You got a problem with me, and I suggest you let that one marinate.